They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Thanks for logging on to OrlandoSentinel.com. I'm video blogger John Busdecker. I'm joined here with Scott from Howl-O-Scream at Busch Gardens. How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing? Good to see you.
Pretty good. It's Halloween. It's Halloween season. It's October, so that means scary movies. If there's one thing that I love, it's scary movies. And in particular, I do like zombie movies a lot. How about you?
I love zombie movies, and that's why all too often we invite our guests to come and experience zombies at Howl-O-Scream. So we've done it for years, and we have a whole bunch of cool zombies this year.
And so every year I try to list some of my favorite scary movies. No matter where I work, I seem to get this gig. And so I'm going to list my 5 favorite zombie movies.
10-4.
And the first one, aptly named,
yes.
Zombie. If you're a little squeamish, this probably isn't the one for you. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore. It's basically about a woman who's going in search for her father, who's a doctor on a Caribbean island, and they encounter some zombies along the way. And if you do watch this, you'll never look at a shark the same again.
Yes, and I think it might be a relative to some of these guys. I don't know.
So number 4, moving on from our list, a little bit different. Not your typical zombie movie, but Re-Animator.
Re-Animator,
Have you seen
yeah. Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
Oh, yes.
So basically in this one, a doctor learns how to bring people back to life, and things go a little haywire.
Well, and it's funny because it also has, the cool thing about this film is it's also got a dark sense of comedy, which is something that we do at Howl-O-Scream all the time. For example, the lovely ladies behind you are from a show called Fiends, which has a very dark sense of comedy as well. So it's a kind of a neat tie-in where you can bring fear and humor together.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny movie. They made several sequels, but this one's the best out of all of them. So number 3 on my list, classic, Night of the Living Dead, black and white. Still very scary.
And it's funny because Night of the Living Dead, we have a haunted house in Howl-O-Scream this year, which is called Zombie Mortuary. And it has references to Night of the Living Dead throughout because the name of one of the most obvious ones, the name of the mortuary it takes place in is the Russo-Romero Mortuary.
Which for somebody who doesn't know out there, George Romero is the director, basically the godfather of zombie movies, and he might appear again on this list here.
Aha!
So number 2, this one's going all the way to New Zealand. If you're a fan of Peter Jackson, you know this movie. Before he did Lord of the Rings, before he did The Hobbit, he was kind of an oddball filmmaker in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So Dead Alive, basically a monkey bites somebody and a bunch of zombies come about, and lots of blood in this one. Lots and lots and lots of blood.
And that's the coolest thing about zombies in general, because there's so many different zombie myths. You know, whether it's a bite or whether it's a spell that's cast over somebody or they're bitten by a zombie.
So number 1, my favorite zombie movie of all time.
Dawn of the Dead.
Sequel to Night of the Living Dead, based in a mall in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And here's a little bit of my nerdness. I've actually been to that mall, and I've walked around that mall.
But did you have your blood pressure taken in the machine?
I did not.
Because if you know that scene, that's the one you can't sit there and have your blood pressure taken in that machine.
I've seen this movie so many times, and I can watch it over and over and over again. And I'm sure between now and Halloween, I'll watch it one more time.
You need to come.
What's your favorite zombie movie?
Oh wow, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think I'm with you. I think Dawn of the Dead is pretty incredible.
Did you see the remake?
Yes, I think Dawn of the Dead is pretty incredible.
All right. Well, for OrlandoSentinel.com, I'm John Busdecker. Go check out Howl-O-Scream.
That's right. Let us scare you.